Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about the history, the effects, and the changes of paper through our modern society. So let's begin. So paper is like my all-time favorite invention because it's made from cellulose and that's literally like the best stuff ever. So what makes cellulose so great is its chemical formula is C6H10O5. And we use it for pages, books, wrapping presents, drying our hands, blowing our noses, and even used in printers. And so we can thank the Chinese for this wonderful invention. Or can we? So you might be saying, Matt, what the heck are you talking about? But if you haven't figured out yet by this wonderful headdress that I'm wearing, it was actually the Egyptians who made paper first. The Egyptians made their paper in 27,000 BC in Egypt. Before this, people were writing on clay sheets, wool, stone, or anything they could find, and that took a very long time. The Egyptians called their new paper papyrus because it was made from the papyrus plants growing near the Nile. It was usually placed in tombs for pharaohs for decoration and used for pictures and books. This process, though, took way too long, but shorter than the original way of clay sheets and wood and all that. But it was very, very fragile when completed. This method of paper was adopted by the Romans and the Arabs until the Europeans made a new type of paper called parchment. Parchment was made in 2550 BC and was made from very thin animal skin and dried to make it stronger than papyrus. Parchment paper was used for a very long time, even used to write some documents such as the Declaration of Independence. So what comes next is what we know about the Chinese and their paper making. In 100 BC, a Chinese politician named Cao Luan wanted to make a better way to make paper. He was inspired by the accidental method of wet cloth being pressed together to form a new material. He tried to replicate this material from bark, water, and textiles, which is basically cloth, and it worked. This substance that he made will become the paper that we use today. So thanks to Cao Luan and his invention of paper, that is why China is mostly credited with the, invention of paper. Yippee. So, it's time to get serious. Real serious. So you're probably wondering, where does all this paper come from? It comes from trees. And not from bark, because it's made from bark and not dog. It doesn't come from dogs. So, because dogs bark. Funny pun. So we cut down at least, 8 trees to make 2,000 sheets of this paper that we just throw away. That, just goes to a landfill and it takes 2 to 8 weeks to biodegrade, and there goes that. So, but we use paper for good things too, like, books, postal service, tests, which are honestly awesome. I love these. I know you guys do too. But government organizations like the National Conservancy and the National Parks Association have been pushing for every one tree you cut down, you plant 2 more. So we're at least, resupplying resupplying. Guys, what else you can do? You can recycle. It's literally the best thing ever. I love recycling. It's perfect. So they take it and they reuse it again and, bleach it so it's just perfectly white paper. And then they send it off to the paper company and then they use it again. So we're saving trees in the process. So we're helping the environment and reusing paper. So nothing's better than that. So voila. Okay, so we're going to do our recap now, guys. So today we talked about paper, which is a mixture. Forgot to say that earlier. And we also talked about how it's a combination of different things, but mostly cellulose. We also talked about how the many countries have improved paper throughout history, such as the Egyptians with their
papyrus
paper, and the Chinese with their regular paper, such as we see today, and also the Europeans with their parchment paper. So that's basically it, guys. Want to hear a joke about paper? Nah, it's too terrible. Well, guys, see you next time, and hope you enjoy this paper-made video.